Hi everyone. In this virtual presentation, I would like to present my research proposal, of which title is The Influence of Online Peer Feedback on ESL Writers' Awareness of the Target Audience. As the title suggests, my research will focus mainly on ESL writing. I will particularly address peer response towards students' writing and its influence on the audience awareness. And I will also use discourse analysis, especially meta-discourse features, as the framework for my analysis on the students' writing. Okay, so why is this research important? I think there are some reasons. The first one is, according to some researchers, awareness of the target audience is one of the most important skills that good writers should have. It is one of the skills that differentiate skilled writers from beginners writers. So I think this awareness should be developed in the students to make them a good writer or skilled writers. And then the second one, writing should be geared toward particular audience, meaning when we write an essay, for example, we are not only supposed to write a clear message, but also we have to consider who the readers will be. There will be difference when we write for adults, for children, for people with a particular academic background or something like that. And it is essential, according to Williams, that the writers move beyond the classroom and consider a wider audience. So in a lower level class of writing, usually the most common reader is only the teacher. But as we move to a higher level classes, we are expected to write to a bigger or to a wider audience. That is, especially in academic writing, for example, when you write something academic, we are expected to address different audience from different backgrounds and so on and so on. So it means that it is very important to develop this kind of awareness in ESL writing classes. And then the last justification is that using online writing applications such as wiki and blog, students can have more readers who can offer beneficial feedback. This idea has been proven by some research that I use as the foundation of my proposal, in which they show that by giving chances to the students to have more audience, that is, to have more readers, they will be able to develop their writing skills. Okay, and here are the references that I use for my research. Now, the research questions. I have 3 research questions that I would like to address in my research. That is, first, are the participants aware of their target audience while writing online? Second, how can online peer response help raise their awareness of the target audience? And how is such awareness reflected in their writing? So first, I would like to address whether they have or not this target audience, or have they ever thought about having a wider audience before and after writing online. And then, how can online peer response help raise their awareness of the target audience? And then, how, if they develop this awareness, is reflected in the writing. So what meta-discourse features that we can find in their writings that reflect that they are aware of the readers. Okay, now the methodology. This research will use some participants. I'm thinking about having about 15 to 20 participants of one classroom, one academic writing classroom. They are 5-semester undergraduate students who study English language teaching at Universitas Jambi, and then they have just finished writing 4 class, which is an academic writing class, and they are to they are preparing to write their final paper. So as a background, in Indonesia, students will have to write a final paper, kind of thesis, at the end of their study. So before that, in English language teaching program, usually they will have 4 or sometimes more than that of writing classes, and the last one, which is writing 4, is geared toward academic writing. Okay, so I'm going to use these participants as my study, and they will be in one classroom. So they will be in the same classroom. And then materials and instruments. The first thing that I would like to have in my research is their opinions about audience awareness, their attitude that I'm going to collect by using questionnaires. And then I will also would like to have their writing samples, and I'm going to use Moodle as an archival tool. And also the last one, I would like to have their reflection journal, which is also collected by using Moodle. Okay, now the procedures. I'm thinking about having 3 stages in my research. The first one, I'm going to distribute a questionnaire to address their awareness of the student, of the target audience, and then I'm going to ask them to submit one sample of their writing. So this is the conventional writing activities that they have. That is, I'm going to give them assignment, and they are going to send me the writing, the assignment. And then in the second stage, I'm going to ask them to submit their writing online using Moodle forum, and then after that, their peers are expected to give them feedback, questions, comments, things like that, and they are going to revise their writings based on the feedback given by their peers. And then on stage 3, I will also have another questionnaire to check if they already raised such a kind of awareness towards the target audience. And then I will also have a reflection journal as a means to collect their ideas, their perception, or things like that about writing online and the influence on their target audience awareness. Okay, the type of data. I will have 3 kinds of data, 3 main kinds of data. The first one is from the questionnaire. I'm going to have such a kind of quantitative data, which I'm going to analyze by using descriptive statistic analysis only. I'm going to see their awareness of the target audience, what they think about the target audience, and something like that. And then the second one is their writing samples. To address their writing samples, to analyze their writing samples, I'm going to use discourse analysis framework, which is meta discourse features or components. And then the last one, I'm going to treat their reflection journal by using thematic analysis, which means that I'm going to find the main themes of what they think about or what they reflect on their activities. And then limitation of the study. The study will focus mainly on the organization and the content of the writing. Grammar problems will only be addressed if they hamper with the meaning. So I will not particularly focus on the grammar as long as it doesn't disturb the meaning or the communicative function of the writing. Okay, and the last one is expected findings. I expect to find that participants are benefited from peer response as indicated by their improvement in writing. So I would like to see if the peer response activities can really help them in improving their writing. And then the second one, the response given by peers raised the participants' awareness of the audience. So having experienced online writing activities and having received response from wider audience, from many peers. So they are expected to raise their awareness of the target audience. So those are the two findings that I would like to find in my research. Okay, I think that's all. Thank you.